YouTube and welcome back to my channel this evening. Tonight's video is going to be my top 5 favorite bronzing products of the moment, and I do want to mention that all 5 of them are on the higher end of makeup companies, but that is only because right now I am not enjoying any drugstore bronzer, so I didn't want to include products that I don't really enjoy using at the current moment. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, let me start with my first product, which is going to be my MAC MSF in the shade Give Me Sun. The compact looks like this. And I've already swatched all 5 of these bronzers, so hopefully I can save some time on this video. And it is this one right here. As you can tell, it's definitely on the warm toned side. I do like it. It's not, I use it to bronze up my complexion, not usually to contour because it is too warm necessarily for me to use to contour. But I like using it on days when I'm not wearing blush, or if I am wearing blush but I don't want to necessarily contour, I just want to bronze up a little bit of my face, then I will use this. Even though it's on the warm tone side, if you use it or apply it with a heavy hand, you will look orange. I repeat, if you apply it with a heavy hand, you will look orange and your face will not match your neck or your décolleté. So use the light hand with this. Remember, you can always add product and build it up, but taking it away once you apply too much is definitely more on the difficult side to do. The next product is this Hoola Bronzer by Benefit, and it's just a smaller size. So it looks like this, and this one is really soft and gentle, like consistency wise, and this is the swatch right here. As you can tell, it's out of the 5 bronzers I'm going to show you, it's the second lightest, which is okay because you really can't go wrong. Lighter bronzers are more on the foolproof side, and you can definitely get away with building this up because it just, once you apply the first layer and you realize, oh, I might want a little bit more to contour with, then you can build it up and it doesn't look cakey or it doesn't look too powdery. The next one is probably not my favorite, but my second favorite, and it is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. It looks like this. And this is what the product itself looks like. This stuff smells so great. It literally smells like Swiss Miss hot cocoa, and that's because the product itself is infused with cocoa powder, which I really like because when you apply it, you can like smell it on your brush, and anything that smells like chocolate, I like. So that swatch is right here. This is a really great cool tone. It's a true brown, so you can definitely use this to contour with. You can use it to bronze up your face with. I even use this sometimes to contour my nose if I'm going to contour my nose, which I don't do too often, but once in a while when I feel like, you know, I'm pulling out all the stops and doing everything in my makeup routine, I'll contour my nose just to do it. So it's the perfect brown. I can't describe it. It's not, or I can describe it. It's not cool tone, it's not warm tone, it is like the epitome of a true brown. So I really like this, and the fact that it smells like chocolate makes me like it even more. The fourth product is this Tarte Park Avenue Princess, and it is on the smaller size as well. The product is really it looks definitely darker in the pan than it does once you apply it. This is a heavily swatched example, and it's right here. As you can tell, it's lighter, and what else you can notice about this is that it has a sheen to it. So I don't use this to contour with because I don't use anything that usually has a sheen or any type of glitter or sparkle to contour. You really don't want that type of finish with your bronzer if you're contouring. If you're bronzing up your face, you can get away with it, but if I'm contouring, what I'll normally use is either a matte or a satin blush, and then I'll use I'll really emphasize my highlighter. So I'll use a very frosty highlighter, and I don't really like frosty highlighter, matte blush, like a sheen of a contour line, because it just looks odd. So, and you really don't want to draw attention to your contour by having it sparkle. But I really like this to bronze up my face. It's definitely on the, as you can tell compared to the other swatches, it's on the lighter side, but you can build it up, and once again, lighter bronzers are on the foolproof end, so you can always build it up and keep applying more product until you get the desired effect. And the last bronzer I'm going to show you is my all-time favorite. It is my holy grail bronzer for quite some time now. And it is NARS bronzer in the shade Casino. It looks like this, and I really, really like this product. I can't stress enough how much I enjoy using this. This is the one I use when I go out at night. It's the one I use when I go out on the weekends. During my like everyday bronzing, I'll usually reach for my Chocolate Soleil bronzer, but this one I just really, really like. The swatch is right down here, and this one has a tiny bit of a reflective glow to it. It's not necessarily a sheen, it's just like a glow. So I really like that about it. Once again, this is the perfect in between from a warm toned and a cool toned bronzer. It's a little tiny bit, ever so slightly on the warmer tone side though. But I like that because it gives, for my skin tone, I'm a MAC NC37 right now, and for my skin tone, this one matches perfectly. I do have NARS's Laguna, which everyone, like literally everyone here on YouTube raves about. And it's in my NARS Guy Bourdain palette. It's right here, but for some reason it doesn't really show up on my skin. And these bronzers full size retail, I believe they're $34, $36. So I wasn't going to spend that kind of money on a bronzer that didn't necessarily show up on my skin. It like warmed it up a tiny bit, but I couldn't get away with contouring. Even the lady at the NARS counter tried to contour, and it barely looked like there was any type of contour at all. And when I contour, I want a defined look. I want my cheekbones to look like they're chiseled out, and I don't go too crazy, but I want it to be noticeable, and it wasn't happening with Laguna. So those are the 5 products that I absolutely love at the current moment, and I'd have to say this one is my favorite, NARS Casino, and then the first runner-up would be my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I also want to show you really quickly the brushes that I use to apply bronzer with, because I think when it comes to achieving the perfect contoured look, 50% of it is due to whatever product you pick out and whatever shade that product is. So it has to be not too warm, not too cool, just perfect in the middle. And the other 50% definitely has to be the application process, because I wasn't really amazing at contouring. I probably still am not that great at it, but I do have some amazing brushes that I use that make it a lot easier to do. So the first 2 I'm going to show you are the ones that I use to apply product onto my face. And let me I'll show you an example with my NARS Casino. So I use either my Real Techniques contour brush, and it looks like this, and I will take it, dip it in product, and then everyone does the fish face, or mostly everyone does, right? And you suck in, and I start pretty high and right underneath my cheekbone to give it that line. And the other brush that I use is the e.l.f. angled blush brush. This is amazing. The quality of e.l.f. studio brushes are amazing. If you haven't checked them out, either go to Target or wait until e.l.f. has their 50% off anything in their studio line on sale, and you can get this brush for $1.50. And I will just dip that into product, and then so that's what I use to originally apply the first layer of my bronzer when I start contouring. And then the second brush that I use is either my MAC 168 brush, and it's just really fluffy, but it's not too large, or this brush I picked up at Marshall's, and it is by a company called Borghese, I believe. It's Borghese, and it is their 101 angled contour brush. And I'll go back and pick up like a tiny bit more product really lightly, and then blend out, so that way I don't have harsh lines. And then I'll use this brush if I'm not going to contour, but I just want to warm up my complexion. I'll just take this one because it's definitely, compared to the MAC one, it's a lot larger. And I'll just lightly dip it in bronzer and then do that kind of like the 3, where I'll go up on my cheekbones and then down by my jawline. So your forehead and your temple, but just concentrate more on the outer side, and then right here, and then underneath your chin, as to create a shadow and make it look like you don't necessarily have, I guess, a double chin. And that is it for my my 5 top favorite bronzing products at the moment. So that wasn't the best tutorial. That was just a quick little application process on how I contour. I definitely do a more defined look, but as you can tell even right now, it definitely has a slimming effect on your face, which is the whole point of contouring. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and share. You know I'm not forcing you to, but I really appreciate everyone who does. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, then please let me know, because right now I am doing a makeup no buy May challenge. So instead of doing a weekly haul, I kind of need to fill that video space. So if you have any suggestions at all, please let me know so that way I can start filming other videos for you guys. And that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any comments, then leave them down below, because I love reading your comments and I love responding back to them. I also just want to mention one quick thing. I won't be filming or uploading tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday, because I do have drill this upcoming weekend. But depending on how late I get out of drill and how exhausted I am, I might be able to film something possibly Sunday night when I get home, and then either upload it then or upload it Monday. So that is it for now. I guess I'm gonna go make some dinner because I'm starving. But I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you in a future video. Bye!